Good morning, everyone. This is me, your brother, your friend. This is Human Steven on the show today. Today is going to be another very interesting, intriguing, and very, very exciting day. Today is the second day in the month of the second day in this week, and we're going to see how we can be able to pilot the affair and see the much we can do to bring sanity and to bring unity back to our people, we the Southern Nigerians. I just wanted to just press your share button right now. As you're coming in, just press your share button and let's invite people to the show as we continue to do what we know how to do best, giving dictates, figures, and numbers in order for us to be able to educate the people of the South and also to know what is happening around us in Nigeria. We know that this nation is not actually moving the way we expect it to move, but we know with unity we can be able to change a lot of things in the nation called Nigeria today. Like I said in most of my videos, I do not actually subscribe to succession, but if that is the last option, then we are good to go. That was why I said, just like the leaders of the South and the Middle Belt said to Muhammadu Buhari, giving him 90 days ultimatum, that they disregard the 1999 constitution and put up a new constitution within the next 90 days, or the union called Nigeria will become an history. That is the way we ought to go right now, because the 1999 constitution is not actually favoring the union called Nigeria. Rather, it is setting us back. It is bringing about so much agitations from every corner of the country. Okay, guys, and that is not actually going, arguing well with the entire state, and we are not easily okay by that very particular actions or inactions. Okay, so today we're going to have a very brief and very well articulate news headlines today that will help us to also prepare us for what is ahead of us as a people. Okay, guys, I wanted to just give me just 1 minute. Let me pick up something and I will be back again. Just 1 minute. 1 minute, guys. Just give me 1 minute. Let me just go pick up some stuff then I will be back. Thank you, guys. Just 1 minute. Let me pick up some stuff, then I will be back. Yeah, sorry guys, I'm back right now to the show. So let us just take the new headlines for the day, and we'll just kick off from there. Thank you guys for your continuous support and encouragement to be able to do this. Please, as you're just coming in, kindly press the share button. Just press the share button and give us some likes, give us some comment. If you are watching us on YouTube, we need your likes, we need your comment. If you're a first-time subscriber, please just give us press the subscribe button, then press the notification button so that you can be, notified anytime I'm on live, and also give us some thumbs up on the show. Okay, guys. So we're going to take news from Vanguard newspaper today. We're going to take the news headline from Vanguard before we now go to the body of some of the news that we have for today. Okay, guys, please, as you just come in, you can't just press the share button for us, guys. Please press the share button and give us some comments here and there. We have about a lot of people now watching from Nigeria. Please press the share button, guys, please. And just share. Those of you watching on Facebook, YouTube, please just press the share button, give us likes, and let's continue today. Now, the first news we have here today is a government adopt daughter of S.G. Gawa speaker, 2 other killed policemen. You see, there is high level of insecurity in that nation. There is high level of insecurity. There is high level of insecurity. That's the truth, guys. There is high level of insecurity that the nation is undergoing a very, very dramatic, pathetic period in the life of that nation right now. So when we are clamoring for restructuring, or we are clamoring for a breakdown of the nation, if the people refuse to accept, the restructuring methodology that is being purported or sold by the Satanists, then we are saying, okay, if you don't want to restructure for us to have a more workable, a more functioning nation, then we can actually say, okay, oh yeah, Israel to their tent. Like I said, I don't believe in secession, but I don't believe in breakdown. But if that is the only way we can have peace, we can have tranquility and harmony in the nation, then we can go the way. But before we can be able to do that, guys, we all must be able to come together as the Satana and have one voice, one purpose, and one dreams. Because when that is done, then the possibility of us, making a great impact will become very, 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 very important. Okay, guys. Ajakuta Kaduna Kano gas pipeline set for completion in first quarter of 2021. We hope that works, because that has been there from the beginning. Okay, supply of Nigeria LPG rise by 34.7% in 11 months. COVID-19, why Nigerians should not travel this festivity period. COVID-19, why Nigerians should not travel this festivity period. So they're just trying to tell us we have to be very careful this period, because of the COVID-19. Okay, so if possible, we shouldn't travel, but if you can't, shouldn't travel. Well, I don't know. I don't think this will stop people from traveling. Even when you are in a country, there is this whole pandemic is all over the world right now. Okay, Kankara boys rescue Leah Shaibu. Others Christian leader tell federal government. Yeah, I think I will join I will put my voice to the voice of the Christian leaders to ask the federal government to actually do the same thing they did to the Kankara boys, the speed at which they were being rescued. So why can't they do the same thing with the Chibo girls and the Lee Shaibu, who was from a Dabshi? She was arrested or she was kidnapped or adopted, as the case may be, with other children, but she was left behind because she was a Christian. And that is another very big issue that has been on ground that the Buhari administration had refused to talk about. He has said nothing, he had done nothing, he pretended as if he is nothing anymore. Like I said, if that little girl was Buhari's own daughter, I don't think by now the girl will still be in the custody of the kidnappers. I don't think so. I don't think so. But she's there because she's not. She's a daughter of a nobody, and nobody cares about her feelings, and nobody really worried about what is happening to her. So they just left her there and allowed her to become a prey, to this bandit set of people who are very volatile and unremorseful in their way and manner they do things. Okay, we are calling on President Muhammadu Buhari just the way he ran around to release these Kankara boys and the other 80 adopted Islamic students to also go as far as with releasing, the Chibu girls, which he promised to give us in less than 2 months when he climbed into power, that he had failed woefully. He had also failed to rescue this little girl, Leah Shaibu, because she's a Christian. Like, they refused to allow her to go because she refused to, relinquish her faith in the face of terror. I want to say we let Buhari do the same thing and get her released as fast as possible. So we have the insecurity, Zulum blast military over fresh adoptions. This is Zulum is the governor of Borno State who had one. The guy talks from both sides of the mouth. Anyways, today the military are trying. Tomorrow they failed. Next tomorrow they are trying. This one they failed. Buhari is trying. Then tomorrow the military failed. He forgot that when the military failed, Buhari actually failed because he is the commander in chief of the armed forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So when the military fails, Buhari actually failed. Like most of us are actually saying right now. But he had failed woefully as far as the security situation in Nigeria is concerned. He had failed excellently well. Yeah, he had failed excellently well. He had failed perfectly well. Please, guys, give us some like and share the video. The Edo State head of service adopters demand 1 million. Another police shot. Another shot police guard deaths. The Edo State adopters, HOS, demanded 1 million naira. This Okumbawa, Mr. Okumbawa, Barrister Okumbawa, who was adopted, I think he had been released yesterday after the sum of 1 million naira was paid. Can you imagine that this is the problem today? This is why the entire world, Joy, good morning, ma. The entire world is becoming very, very very, very insecure as far as the Nigerian system is concerned. Imagine people getting 1 million naira in the jiffy. So how do you expect them to stop doing what they are doing until they are really flushed out? This is easy, guys. This is easy. If the government wants to actually flush these guys out, it is easy. It is easy. It is easy. This bunch of criminals are actually living. Mercy, good morning there. They're actually living in the forests around the southern Nigeria. They're not living in space. They're not living in space, guys. If peradventure the government really want to flush these people out, they can do that with the help of the other security apparatus. They can join together, comb all the forests in the south, and these guys will be gone in a jiffy. Do you see the reason why I am partially in support of the Eastern Security Network? I use the word partially. In support of the Eastern Security Network. Just the way the Amotokun is today in the South. The rate of kidnapping in the South has drastically reduced down. They have drastically reduced to the barest minimum in southern Nigeria today because of the presence of Amotokun. If there's also a security outfit in the south, not by the police, because by the police, according to Tiwa Dajima, they have colluded with these bandits and Fulani militias. But if there is actually an indigenous security outfit, just like the Amotokun, in the south and in the southeast, that does not report to the Nigerian police. Rather, they only arrest and hand over to the Nigerian police, just like the Eastern Security Network is today. I think we'll have some relatively peace in the south. So I want to use this video again to call on the governor of the southeastern states to go down, have a discussion, think of the best way around the present current situation that is in the eastern part of Nigeria. See how they can be able to manage the issue that is on ground right now with the launching of this Eastern Security Network, which is already parading forests in the eastern part of Nigeria as of today, particularly Anambra State, as it was being declared or shown on the social media space. The North are already overwhelmed by the insecurity challenges that they are facing as a people. And that is a pointer that the military had failed the nation. They are unable to protect lives and property. I think the Emir of Zamfara had said the government should allow individuals to pick up arms. My dear, God bless you, Master Stoken. To pick up arms and protect themselves. It has gotten to the point that the government, the Emir of Zamfara State, is asking the government to allow individuals to pick up arms and protect themselves, that the bandits do not want to surrender. If that is the situation, that shows that some of even the Northerners are partially in support of what Nnamdi Kanu did in the East. If a king will say, allow you to have a gun in Nigeria so they can protect themselves against kidnappers and bandits, that practically means whatever that is happening in the nation today, as far as it is for the protection of your life and the property of your children and your family, then it should be a welcome development. That is what the Emir was saying. I'm going to read the body of that very particular news during this news broadcast that we're going to have today, guys. Okay, then the next news we have today is no going back on Eastern Security Network, IPOB. No going back on Eastern Security Network, IPOB. They also say it is a child of necessities. See, they are very, very adamant in what they've done. And that was why I said a few days ago that I respect the doggedness of these people. Okay, I might not completely accept, their modus of operandis, but the doggedness of these people in the last 4 years, I need to give them some level of kudos. They've been consistent They've been adamant. They've never wavered, even in the face of military brutality that they've experienced since 2016, when this whole agitation actually, arose from the dead. They've continuously fight. They've continuously speak. Even when their leader was incarcerated unjustly in 2018, we thought the momentum was going to die completely by the reason of the incarceration of Nnamdi Kanu. But rather, it woken the agitation for the restoration of Biafra. They became more agitating. They became more vicious. They became more daring before Nnamdi Kanu was released. And when Nnamdi Kanu was released, we thought maybe because of the fear of what he had undergone in the prison, in Kuje prison and other prison that he was into during the time of his incarceration, that he will also slow down the whatever would have happened. But we saw that it even made them more, even make the man himself more and more and more and more daring, and it became a symbol. And I remember during that period of time, I was one of those who said that the government of Nigeria made a mistake by even arresting Nnamdi Kanu. It wasn't even worth it for him to have been picked up, because he had done nothing. And if he wasn't picked up, I'm not too sure the agitation would have got to the level it found itself today. But no, the guy played them, and he played into their hands, and they actually fell for him, and they made him to become who he is today. So when they are blaming people, they should blame the technicality of the Nigerian government, who does not actually understand what military techniques are when we are dealing with people who are actually agitating, for something. And when you decide to do anything to them, you actually making one of them to become a martyr. And when you make one to become a martyr by killing the person, but thank God they didn't do that to Nnamdi Kanu. I'm sure today, if Nnamdi Kanu was killed during that incarceration, maybe the East today would have been on fire. That's the truth, guys. With the way and manner you see these guys supporting, defending this guy at every point in time, they would have been ready to carry arms against the Nigerian state, not caring if they are going to die anyways. Yeah, I'm telling you, not caring if they are going to die anyways. There are many of them who saying, what is life, to them, right now. Yeah, somebody called me yesterday or the first and said, listen, guy, what is life to us? What is life to us? That we've been so marginalized that some of us just gave up for life. We want to die for something, that rather than being killed by these bandits and Fulani militias and all this other by the military and all that and that. So they rather stand up at least and see them fighting than them dying without nothing to say for it. So that is the level that these guys has gone as a reason of the indoctrinations, of the Nnamdi Kanu ideology on these people. These guys have been indoctrinated, into the analysis of Nnamdi Kanu. And having said that, this is where the Nigerian government needs to be wise right now. Okay, this is where they need to be wise. So everything is not about gra, as we say in Nigeria. Please give us some like if you're enjoying this very particular broadcast. Just put some likes on to this show. Everything is not about gra. Everything things have to be done in sometimes in a very articulate and well planned way, not just coming in and because this is the way it goes. No. The youth of our generation are getting more and more exposed to new way of doing things. And they are no more ready to succumb to the pressure and the dictates of some few individuals anymore. That's the issue right now. They don't want to do that. No, they don't care anymore. They want to make sure that things are being done the way they expect things to be done, guys. Okay. Now, let's look at this. No going back on Eastern Security Network, IPOB said it is a child of necessity. Let's look at the body of that very particular letter before we move on. The indigenous people of Biafra, the IPOB, had told the federal government of Nigeria, Eastern, Southeast, and South governors and security agencies that its newly established Eastern Security Network is a child of necessity that has come to stay. The group said the government must stop terrorism before thinking of stopping Eastern Security Network. I think that is okay also. I don't know about it, but it's just my own opinion. Terrorism needs to stop. You cannot start fighting people who are actually trying to protect themselves from the terror of the Fulani militias and other, other terrorist group in the organization. The East also, there's a high rate of kidnapping, particularly during this festivity period. There's high rate of kidnapping of people who are going to Africa, who are going to their own state or villages for the festivity period. Many people will be kidnapped on their way home. So they needed something that they can be surely confident in, that with this, they will have freedom and have justice. Okay, guys? In a statement by its media publicity secretary, Nwabufo, to stop terrorism first before attempting to stop Eastern Security Network. IPOB described the statement allegedly credited to Governor David Umaya on behalf of his colleagues governor as one coming from a lily-livered people. Yeah, I think I support that also. If even you want to stop the IPOB or this Eastern Security Network, you must be able to put something, similar on the ground right now. You start jumping, putting something similar on the ground, so that the people will see that at least there's an alternative to whatever the illegality that the Eastern Security Network has created, because they were not under law. But if you've done nothing like that, you want to just scrap it or put it out, there are many Easterners that have spoken to me who are actually in support of Eastern Security Network. Many Easterners are home and away, who are not IPOB members, who do not even subscribe to the Kano style, but they are actually supporting this ESN. There are many rich men, many well-to-do Easterners, businessmen, who see this ESN as a child born at the right time. Like I said, I come here to give you the news the way it is. Many people calls me. I said, we might not like the way it was formed, but we are actually in support of it. We are happy that it came at this time, whereby everyone was becoming scared of what is going to happen to them. So they felt this was good. It was nice that they actually came at a point like this to salvage the already deteriorated security situation in the Southeast. In the Southeast, we have the rituals, we have the kidnapping, we have the Fulani militias, then we have the normal armed robbery. These things are very rampant there. Okay, there was a time they came up with Bakassi boys. Bakassi boys actually came and did a lot, and we know along the line they turned around and became something different. Okay, they were not using it for vendetta and all that, and that we understood that. So that is why I'm calling on the government of the eastern states to sit together. It's not just coming out and start making press statements. Sit together, do a consultative plan, and see how you can be able to salvage the situation. Like Frederick Nwabufo said, I'm going to read very soon, said this thing can turn into, it can become militias if not properly handled. I've said this from the beginning, from the first day that this whole thing came up. I said, listen, guys, when people now have guns at their disposal, you cannot be able to disarm them. You can't. You can't disarm them. We should forget all this whole idea. Yeah, they are inconsequential. They are stupid. Guy, one man get gun. Only one man get gun. He can threaten the whole street with gun. Only one man. Only one man get gun. Do you know this? All these Fulanis that are in our bush? How many of them are in our bush? In our village? How many of Fulanis are in our bush in our village? How many of them? How many Fulanis are in our forests? But why are we scared of confronting them? Because they're going around with weapons. One man with one AK-47 can put to sleep 50 people in a twinkle of an eye. One single man with an AK-47 can put to sleep 50 persons in a twinkle of an eye. So if that is the case, rather than all these many talks they are talking today, it's for them to start sitting down, putting up strategy on how they can be able to either collaborate with these guys or talk to their leaders in order to retrieve them from circulation. Not saying they should not take them seriously. People with AK-47 and AK-49 should not be taken seriously. Are you really kidding me? Are you kidding me? Because what they are doing in the Southeast today was the same thing that was done in the Northeast that gave rise to the insurgency that we have today in Nigeria. Looking at things as if it is of no importance, it is inconsequential, actually gave rise to the high level of insecurity we now have today in the nation called Nigeria. People that are not actually adamant will not be doing what they are doing today. In the face of all this threat, you still see them coming out with press statement that shows these guys, they met business. Why not sit down with these people, guys? Wisdom, profit to direct. It's at time that the Nigerian leaders start actually thinking. Everything is not about power. They tried it in the north. It did not work. It has set the entire northern Nigeria on fire. Like I said yesterday during the evening book, I said the Boko Harams today is the only terrorist group in the entire north. They began to give themselves different names in order for them to be able to penetrate the people. Okay? They started giving themselves names like bandits. They started giving themselves names like Fulani headmen. But these guys are actually one and the same. If we do not treat what is happening in the East very well, if you treat it with the kid gloves, wish them away, not sitting down to have a proper talk, tete-a-tete as your people, we might end up in another level of militias in the East. And the truth is this: when the people, particularly youth, who had no hope for tomorrow, gets their hands on guns, and there's a confrontation, and they were able to kill one or two persons, ask people who have killed before through guns, they're going to tell you how funny it is. They will never want to give up. That can eventually lead to another agitation in the east, just like it was in Niger Delta. We don't want that. When there is any form of agitation today in the east, the indigenous people of the eastern state will bear the brunt more than any part of the nation, knowing fully well that the eastern states are actually more of businessmen than federal state companies. So I will call on the eastern governors to take clue from the advices I've been giving in the last 3 weeks on how they can be able to manage this crisis. There's a bar to envelope, to explode, to evolve into another realm that they might not be able to control. We see beyond when we speak. We know what is going to happen next if care is not taken in managing situations. These guys are still in the bush, they are still in the forests. Nobody even know how many they are. Nobody even know where they are right now. We might be on social media, castigating these people, saying all sort of things against them, but these guys are actually still operating in our forests with guns in their hands. We can't tell what is happening in the forest now. It's rather than us sitting in the government houses, in our comfort mansions, and say things against them, why not begin to do consultations to see how we can be able to bring them to a round table talk, discuss tete-a-tete, so that they can be able to peace, tranquility in the East and Nigeria in general. IPOB described the statement as cowardly and nothing but a shameful display of irredeemable enslavement and loyalty to their caliphate slave masters, who in the first place appointed them governors. You see, the Biafra Agitation Group claimed that the governors, by their statement against Eastern Security Network, were only further exposing their emptiness and detachment from the people. At a time when well-meaning individuals and groups from the entire southern Nigeria and Middle Belt are hailing the setting up of Eastern Security Network, the so-called governors are busy advertising their opposition to the people they claim to be leading. Anyways, they never had the mandate of the people, so we are not surprised. Okay? IPOB statement read in part. Our message to the treacherous southeastern governors and their south counterpart is that the train has since left the station and can't reverse its course. The train has since left the station and can't reverse its course. That is a statement. You need to understand what the statement means, guys. I am pleading with these guys, these governors, these political leaders, do not underrate an angry youth. Do not underrate a man that is in possession of a firearm. Please, guys, do not underrate a man that is in the possession of a firearm. There's a spirit that goes with gun. There is a spirit that actually goes with guns. If it's not properly managed, it can be dangerous. Okay? It is pretty too late to have a rethink. The people have got what they long desired, which the cowardly governors failed to give them because of selfish political interests. See that? This is what I said yesterday. They will always be bringing the people in, and the people is already supporting them. A lot of people have spoken to me from the East that they are actually in support. Many of these people have begged me to continuously speaking about the Eastern Security Network. That they are actually in support, many of them. They might not come out openly to say it, but many are saying they are in support because they were already scared of the way and manner the Fulani militias was ravaging, scavenging in their lands. May we remind the traitors that the eastern region cannot be sacrificed on the altar of their political interests. It's either they key in or shape out. The East can exist without them. They should stay clear because they can't withstand the force behind Eastern Security Network. This is what I'm saying now. This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying, guys. You know, from the beginning, the IPOB guys, they're actually carrying sticks and flags while they are agitating. Today, the IPOB guys are not carrying sophisticated arms. Okay? The IPOB guys are not carrying sophisticated arms. Not just ordinary anyhow arms. They're not carrying arms as much as the AK-47. So that shows there's already a shift in the way and manner of the operations. Like I said again, I'm going to say it again clearly to these guys. This was how the Boko Haram actually started. This was how the Niger militant actually started. Go read history. You know, one thing about our leaders is this: they are not good history students. One thing about the leaders of Nigeria is they are not good history students. They do not understand how we get to where we are at every point in time. No, they don't understand. They don't understand. They don't understand. They don't understand. If they actually understand, they would be acting faster than they do act. Anytime an issue is about to erupt, it is not every problem that is being applied with a brutal force. Not every problem. There are some problems that needed negotiations. Just like a father who is always coming out against his children, beating them. Go check most of the armed robbers today. They're actually beating. So beaten as a result of trying to correct them by their parents. But they ended up becoming more and more vicious, more and more stubborn. They will say, after all, the highest you will do to me is to beat me. If you hear the story of Lawrence Anini, I said the father was beating him. Beating him. But that does not change him. The mother was supporting him, but the father was actually beating him, but that didn't change him from the evil life he was living. When people have a gun at their disposals, guys, we need to be very, very careful how we deal with them. They've not gone out of hand. They said they are protecting right now. Why not call them together and have a talk with them? Maybe that can change the narrative. Okay, guys. Now let's look at the next one. Said this one is from Femi Adesina. This guy is always stupid. Anyways, every time you see this guy, every time you hear this guy's name, his name, everything he says is always like shit. Like shit. Say, be thankful. Bombing don't happen daily. Femi Adesina test Nigerians. Be thankful. Bombing don't happen daily. Femi Adesina test Nigerians. The presidency has called on Nigerians to be thankful that bombing no longer takes place in the country daily. The special advisor to the president on media publicity, Femi Adesina, said this on Channel Television Sunday Politics program on Sunday, monitored by Punch. Adesina, who is the president's most senior media head, was responding to the complaint by Nigerians over the rising insecurities in the country. The president's spokesperson claimed there was a time in the country when 6 bombs would go off in a single day. But since his principal, Muhammadu Buhari, had become president, the killing had reduced. Really? You see, they do comparison with our lives. These guys, they do comparison with our lives. These are the bomb fools in the south who are actually selling us out to the slave masters in the north. People like Femi Adesina. He forgot that Buhari's years in office now is less than 4 years. Even less than 3 years now. It's less than 3 years. It's going. It's less than 3 years. By May 29, 2023, Buhari is no more the president of Nigeria. Practically, additional position will be an history. Where will it go back to? Having supported evil all this while. He sees evil, he never says anything against it. I just pray. I pray. He further claimed that killings and bombing are now less frequent as the country now goes weeks and months without any incident. This is a spokesperson talking, a father. This is a father talking. This guy give us some likes. Additional said this while responding to the 5 separate incidents of killings that took place in the last 3 days. When asked if security had improved, he said yes. There are times a week, 2 weeks, even a month that you don't have all this happening. Can you imagine that? You see, these people are now becoming very, very comfortable with what is actually happening in Nigeria. I said a day, a weeks, a month, you don't see death. So if you don't hear of death in Nigeria today, they don't feel comfortable. And somebody is blaming the East for setting up an organization to protect them. No, I won't do that. Sorry, guys, I won't do that. I won't do that. But there might be some illegality in it. They can correct the illegality and make it legal. These people don't care about us. You can hear what a media aide to the president is saying. Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys, I just need to put that off. Now you should be surprised at what the media aide to the president is saying. Okay, it is crazy. For real. It is crazy. You know, it is crazy. There was a time in the immediate past when they happened daily several times. You talk of one bombing within 3 or 4 days. There was a time in this country when bombs went off like firecrackers every day. See that? They compare, always comparing evil, always comparing evil. That is what they do. That's what they know. They love comparing evils. Evil. They love comparing evil. And you blame people who want to defend themselves? When did these guys don't even care? This is a spokesperson now. This very news I'm reading, I was from Channels TV. It was on Channels Television. I'm not quoting my words. I read facts. This is what somebody was saying, trying to defend a failed government that it belongs to. There could be 5, 6 bombing a day. Now you can have 2, 3 months with no single case of bombing. Let's be thankful for small mercies. Any mercy we receive, let's be thankful for it, and let's not dwell on negative alone. Life is taking the tough and smooth together. So sometimes we see when things go on for days, for weeks, with no negative development, let us emphasize those ones. Okay, you should emphasize on the good things. Tell the world about the good things. And keep the evil that you guys are perpetrating on the people behind the banner. Una do well. Una do well. We have challenges, but these ones are not the constant in the country. When asked if Buhari have been able to wipe out Boko Haram as promised during his campaign, Adesina said it must be stated that the president made some promise as an opposition figure and not a government official. Oh, see that now? That is why when an opposition is coming in to power, I'm going to promise you heaven and earth, brother, think. See what he said? That the government made promises as an opposition figure, not a government official. So it means the promises that Buhari made while he was trying to contest for the position of governor, of the position of president, was not binding on him. That's what Adesina is saying. It is not binding on him. It was a promise made as an opposition, not a government official. So when it comes to power, it can decide not to actually do anything about the promises that he made to us during his campaign. Can you imagine that? Good morning, Enoge Collins. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine somebody saying that? A media is saying the promises that Buhari made to us in 2015 and 2019 is not binding. It's just a political talk. Please, guys, share this video, guys. He claimed the terrorists had been technically defeated, but we are still active in certain areas on a lesser scale. A lesser scale when they slaughtered 100 and something human beings. You call that a lesser scale? A lesser scale where they adopted the Dapchi girls, where they adopted the Kankara boys, and where they adopted the Islamic students, all in a space of 5 years, in the whole period of PDP under the government of Goodluck Jonathan. The only case we heard was the case of the Chibo girls. You have heard of the Dapchi girls, we have heard of the Kankara, now we have not heard of other ones, and a lot of banditry that is happening today in the entire northern Nigeria. You call that a less K? Are we not aware of the carnage that was happening in the Middle Belt between 2017 2018, where the rate of death was so frightened? Because they don't care about us. They don't give a hoot about anyone. They mop out, arms and ammunitions from the private individuals. But they left guns in the hands of the Fulani leaders, the bandits. I showed you a picture yesterday. I think I'm going to show it again today, guys. I put up a picture yesterday. This is the picture I put up yesterday. This very particular picture here right now here is actually, this is the governor of Katsina State. This is the GOC. Their SSS here, their security here, their police here, and this man here at the middle with this AK-47 is the leader of the bandit. This man here is the leader of the bandit, having with him an AK-47, even when the military do not even have a gun with them. He was so comfortable to have come with an AK-47 before the government officials who came for negotiations. That is how far the nation had gone in terms of insecurity. So these guys, you see them, these guys coming here to say things, they do not actually care about you, neither do they care about me. They are only interested in the protection of their families and their close and their loved ones. The president, additionally noted, the president had said last week that the security agency could do better, which means there is something he wants to see. The president also faulted a claim by the former Minister of Education, O.B. Ezekweli, that the adoption and rescue of over 300 Kankara schoolboys seem dubious. He said the Buhari regime credibility is intact. I think the credibility of Buhari regime is not intact. It is actually under questioning. From any right-thinking Nigeria, you will know that the regime of Buhari had failed woefully. Okay? Now, the House of Representatives has said it will take discipline measure against one of the lawmakers, Kingsley Chida, who called for the impeachment of President Muhammadu Buhari. Now, a lawmaker called for the impeachment of President Muhammadu Buhari. The House want to take measures against, want to discipline him for calling on the impeachment. You see, Nigeria is a failed state, whether you like it or not. The National Assembly or the House of Legislators, whether in the state or the local government, or in the federal government, is an independent body from the executive. This is one thing that I will continue to respect. The Senate led by Bukola Saraki, because in their time they were actually completely independent from all this that is happening today. Okay, the House of Representatives has said it will take disciplinary measures against one of the lawmakers, Kingsley Shida, who called for the impeachment of President Muhammadu Buhari. Honorable Kingsley Shida is the leader of the People Democratic Party House of Rep caucus and is representing Obia Akpo federal constituencies in Rivers State. The House Majority Leader Ado Doguwa on Monday said that Honorable Shida was not representing the position of the PDP caucus of the House as he claimed and is acting alone. He also noted that the president's decision not to honor the House was due to the utterances of the lawmaker calling for his impeachment, and concerned that the president would be embarrassed if he honored the invitation. What the heck? Who is the president that will not be embarrassed? Donald Trump is being embarrassed by the Americans. Emmanuel Macron has been embarrassed by the French people. Stefan is being embarrassed by the Swedish parliament. It was voted to protect lives and property. And Kingsley Chida had the right to say, if you can't do what you are elected to do, you should resign or be impeached out of power. Okay, so I don't know what this guy is saying. If Muhammad Buhari has now become a god that nobody can say anything about him, but they forgot what he did to the lives of Goodluck Ebele Jonathan between 2011 and 2015. This guy should not forget how they messed the man up, how they actually used the social media and the medias to destroy the government of Goodluck Jonathan, despite all he was doing, to actually promote, development in the entire nation called Nigeria. Okay. Honorable Chida, in a press release on December 7, called on Nigeria, irrespective of political party, tribe, or religion, to compel their representative to commence the impeachment process against the president. The lawmaker call for impeachment is not unconnected with the rising case of insecurity being witnessed across the nation. That is what happens when people actually, a government is not doing the right thing, then people actually can call for its impeachment. Okay. However, House spokesperson Honorable Benjamin Kalu described that call as the opinion of a single member of the opposition party in the House. These guys are all bunch of fools. Anyways, they're all bunch of fools. All they think of is just themselves alone, how they're going to make money and live. I don't know what Buhari is doing right now that will not warrant for the call of his impeachment. In the House, he called for he said calls for impeachment were not logical, as the president is here to appear before the House to explain what the administration is doing to address the insecurity. Since he had refused to appear, it becomes, a treasonable offense. Okay, yeah, since he had refused to appear, it's a disobedient. So such a disobedient can actually warrant his impeachment procedures. If this call came post-president visit for the failure to dialogue well enough in securing solution or due to the inability to put our position to use, it will appear logical. Unfortunately, this call is not only illogical, but it also appears a tool mischievously thrown up to disrupt the agenda of the coming visit, with all it set out to achieve in the spirit of nation building, which we made the matter of the Ninth Assembly and is considered a joint task, Kalu added. Listen, guys, this is also from the East. Like I said, with the Easterners and with the Southerners, we love money. Now, Shatif Yusuf, I say, for performing his constitutional right, I recommend both houses should go to South Africa and learn how to legislate, and learn more on legislative duties and responsibilities. Thank you, my brother. Thank you, my brother. Then one other man again, Meuza Sagik, said, "Me place representative. It is really unfortunate, degrading, humiliating, and insult to the entire chamber for such a proposed position." You see them? Even the outsiders are even talking, and they're the one that are even insulting their own brother now. Okay, he's the one that is even insulting their people now, because these guys are so a bunch of criminals. They are idiots. They don't actually understand what legislation is all about. One Weasley, Akintoya, say, shame on all of you. With this set of people, Nigeria can never move forward. That is the truth, my brother. I so much concur to your submission. With this set of people, Nigeria can never move forward. Is the situation in Nigeria not enough for Buhari to resign voluntarily without being told because he can't perform? Also, is it not enough to call for his impeachment for disregarding the recommendation of the representative on service chiefs and other crucial issues? Brother, help me ask them. Help me ask them. Once Suleiman said, that is to say, those lawmakers are not here for the good of Nigerians, but for their own selfish motive. The anger of God will surely come upon them sooner or later. Okay. One Alfred Kenneth said, "What nonsense country is this? Who is Buhari not to be impeached? Is he more than Nigerian? This is gross corruptibility. What a bloody government." One Yakubu Usman, you know what I'm looking for? The Hausas. I want to see their reaction. One Yakubu Usman said, "The lawmaker has the constitutional right to call for the impeachment of the president. It is now left for other members of the House of Representatives to support or go against this motion. This move will surely embodying the notion that our House of Rep is a rubber stamp House of Rep. May God Almighty save Nigeria. One Shahid Husseini said, National Assembly is too submissive to Buhari. Nigeria will not work as expected. As long as the National Assembly is giving a shelter to the presidency, shame on Night Assembly. Banzaya. One Abubakar said, in a sense of democracy, it is his constitutional right to call for impeachment of a president who is steering and cannot perform his constitutional duties. So this is how far I can read on that very particular, story there. Let me go now and read. Now, this is from Shara Reporter. He said, IPOB Security Outfit could become a militia. Frederick Nwabufo, IPOB Security Outfit could become militia. Frederick Nwabufo said that. So let's quickly go down there. Frederick Nwabufo, journalist and columnist, says the Eastern Security Network set up by the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, could be a militia. During a BBC Igbo program on Monday, some of those featured also said the formation of the security outfit is illegal as IPOB has no constitutional backing. The cable had reported how IPOB, which had been proscribed by Southeastern governor, launched the outfit to protect the East, Southeast, and South region from criminal activities. While some had welcomed the development, it was kicked against by other stakeholders, including the Southeastern Governor Forum. David Umaya, Ebonyi State Governor and chairman of the forum, said the leader had no hand in the move, which he described as very laughable and should be ignored totally. During the BBC Igbo interview session on Facebook, Nwabufo linked the group to a militia whose operation could go out of hand. The security network can go out of hand if it could not, can go out of control, it could become a militia, Nwabufo said. So if that is the case, why can't the government do something about it and stop this whole madness? Some may argue that it will be used to protect the Southeast from attack by various groups, including Headmen, but it has the potential of being used to wage war against our people. So it is not something to be endorsed. This is exactly how Boko Haram started gradually. His view aligned with that of Izora, a lawyer who said, while security of life is important, any measure in that regard must follow due process. This is what I want to hear, due process. Considering the law of Nigeria, it is illegal because IPOB is a mere group with no constitutional backing, she said. Usually, in the creation of such outfit, there is often a backing for it in the constitution. If not, who is going to check their powers? If they err tomorrow, how can you prosecute them, and under which law can you do so? Whatever is good must be done well. That I accept in totality. Charles Oputa, aka Charlie Boy, Nigerian singer and activist, better known as Charlie Boy, however, disagree that the formation of the security outfit is a wrong move. He said it is high time such an outfit was formed to help secure residents in the Southeast and the South. Igbo sons and daughters, we must not sleep. We cannot afford to sleep because we are surrounded by the enemy. So the security outfit is a commendable one, Aputa said. Now, you see, Charlie Boy is actually in support of the formation of the ESN. Okay? It's completely in support of the formation of the ESN based on what you just heard today. Now, there's another news here, from these boys who were kidnapped. You're going to hear this news. This guy said they were actually told to say it was Boko Haram that kidnapped them. Okay? One of the 344 students from this government secondary Government Science Secondary School, Kankara, Katsina State, has disclosed that they were not kidnapped by Boko Haram terrorists as earlier stated by the federal government. The student who made this revelation in a viral video said they were told to say that the kidnappers were Boko Haram's insurgencies. Oh, God. You see that now? They play with our money. They come to the south, take our money, and plant it in the north. Do something with it. Play on us in order for us to give ourselves bad names. The student who made this revelation in a viral video said they were told to say the kidnappers were Boko Haram insurgents. When asked if their daughter were bandits or Boko Haram, the student said, I do not know who they are, but I was told to say they are Boko Haram from the gang of Abdul Shakui. About his experience, from what I experienced, sincerely, they are not Boko Haram. It could be recalled that last week about 600 students were adopted from the school by suspected bandits, while many of them escaped from their captor. 344 were ferried into the forest by the kidnappers. However, 344 were released to the government of Katsina State on Friday after spending exactly a week in captivity. Shortly after their release, the governor of Zamfara State, Bello Matawale, told newsmen that Fulani Apes Cultural Organization, Meiti Allah Cattle Breeders Association of Nigeria, negotiated their release. We should know Meiti Allah is a terrorist group. Matawela said the state was able to secure their release through the help of Meiti Allah and repentant bandits. Repentant bandits. They are what we call repentant bandits. But when it comes to the South, they don't give the South any opportunity. Please, let the government of Nigeria treat the Southeast better. I don't care what people say. They gave the Niger Delta militant an olive tree. They gave the Southeastern Boko Haram, the Northeastern Boko Haram, an olive tree. Then they are giving bandits an olive tree. They call them repented bandits. Why can't they say put the same thing across to the Southeasterners? Why can't the IPOB members? That anyone on field want to repent. This is what is going to happen. Why can't they give them the same olive branch like they have done to others? What is good for the girls is good for the genders. So I don't care, but I just have to say it the way it is. You cannot continuously marginalize the same set of people and expect them to keep quiet without not raising, without raising an eyebrow. It is not possible, guys. They will always do that. They will always do that. They will always do that. So what you're experiencing today is nothing short of what you're experiencing today is nothing short of marginalization of the people of the Southeast. Okay, so I'm going to just read one more news because I have a meeting in the next 1 hour again. So I need to run, take some breath, and get ready for it again, guys. So I'm not going to stay too long today. Tomorrow we're going to do more, more analysis, tomorrow, guys. Military disappointing in Borno despite support given to them, says Governor Zulum. The governor of Borno State, Babagana Zulum, has condemned the recent adoption of 30 travelers in the state and blamed the military for not doing enough to protect people in the state. The governor flared the army and the rapid response squad in the state comprising police, vigilante, and hunters for their failure to secure the Maduguri-Damaturu road, which has become a major axis for attack and kidnapping. And yet, people like Additional will come to the social media space and say the government of Buhari is performing well. Because this has become so much that even the news itself did not carry anything anymore. Go check channel television. You don't hear any news anymore because they're tired. Because during a visit to Jakana, one of the major towns along Maduguri-Damaturu Highway, on Monday said it was disappointing that the majority of the attack within the last 2 years took place between Hauno and Jakana, a distance of about 20 kilometers. He noted this in a statement titled Friday Adoption. Zulum visit Jakana. furious over routine attack on Maiduguri-Damaturu Highway, baffled with army failure to secure 20-kilometer road. The Zeme quoted the governor as saying, I have had occasions to defend the Nigerian military in order to boost the morale of commanders and their troops at the front line because I know the true picture of this. However, I am really disappointed that despite all support from both the federal government and from us in Borno State, our military is failing to secure area of 20 kilometers, which is the distance between Ano and Jakarta. And accidentally, the majority of Boko Haram attack along Damaturu Kano Road keep happening between Ahunam and Jakana. And if the military cannot secure 20 kilometers, how can they keep us with the hope they will defeat Boko Haram? Thank you. Nana day break for your side. Nana day break for your side. And incidentally, the majority of Boko Haram attack along this Maiduguri-Damaturu Road. Okay, it continued with all you journalists. We drove from Maiduguri to here, Jakana. We did not see soldiers on the road. We don't see even one our own rapid response squad on the road, and they were trained, employed, kitted, paid to protect all Nigerians within their area of operation. And this Nigeria includes travelers flying this busy and important road, the governor said. He said there have been many attacks by insurgency along Maiduguri-Damaturu Road in 2020 alone, including the one in February in which over 30 travelers were burned to death. This was a man that came out and was saying that the soldiers are doing so very well. Now today they are complaining. Listen, guys, what we need in Nigeria right now is a united South. I'm going to end with this. There's no other way out. The unity of the South is very paramount. If we can be able to get to that level that we ought to get to, we have no other thing to do than to have a united South coming together. The North is already a failed section of the country. The only remedy is when the South unites together and form a quorum to be able to protect their own side so that there will be no spillover. Just like Aisha Yusufu said when the Boko Harams and the bandits are done with the North, when they have no carnage again in the North, they will shift their base to the South. That is not a statement. That is a fact. So the Southerners should start thinking instead of all this unnecessary. I'm very sure if this Eastern Security Network was formed in the North by any group, the Northerners would have gladly accepted them. As far as they are ready to fight. One thing the government needs to understand is this, before I close for today. When youth who are angry, who are jobless, who have become hopeless because of the recurrent situation in the nation, decide to voluntarily, I put under the word, voluntarily pick up arms to protect themselves and their people, they are very, very difficult to disarm. I'm not saying this now because I feel that maybe the IPOB want to become a terrorist group. No. But I'm talking out of experience that we have seen in Nigeria and many parts of the world. The moment an angry, hungry, hopeless, jobless youth decided to pick arms voluntarily, not being paid to do it, either against the nation or in protest, like you are seeing today in the East. It is really, really difficult to discern them. In a statement by Major General Tiwa Danjuma, he made it very clearly that the federal government should act carefully, wisely in dealing with this Eastern Security Network of IPOB. Not because the government is afraid, but the Bible says wisdom profits to direct. So you don't go into creating a monster that will not envelope the entire nation. Let me make something really clear before you guys. Right now, the entire north of Nigeria is burning. The only part that is relatively calm today is the south. We have pockets of insecurity here and there, but not compared to the gruesome killings that is taking place in the north. And the Nigerian military have been overstressed as a result of the insurgency, the guerrilla war that they are fighting. I will plead with the government of Nigeria to tread with caution in dealing with the situation that is at hand today. So we do not create another monster from the east. You know, the south side is already volatile. There are arms and ammunition in every part and parcel of the south of Nigeria. After the militant, era of 2009, and up to now, before before amnesty came to be. So therefore, the south is not peaceful. It's just people sitting on the keg of gunpowder. The only peaceful part of the south has been the southeast and the southwest, which has really been peaceful when it comes to agitation. Now, as of today, the southeast is already metamorphosizing into another era by the reason of the arms and ammunition that is now in the hands of the angry youths in the south, under the adage of the ESN. If this whole scenario is not properly managed, we might see a situation of an outburst of another agitation that can lead to militia, just like it happens in the south and in the southeast. I mean, in the northeast, which led to Boko Haram insurgency. And having tagged these guys a terrorist organization, it will further create this level that they needed to protect themselves. Excuse me, guys. So they needed to protect themselves from every form of oppression from the hands of the Nigerian government. So my plea to the government of Nigeria is this: You to calm down. Rather than killing the people, discuss with them. Don't take the brutal way. It's not going to help you. It's not going to help the nation. There's a lot of money coming from their side because of their businesses. That can be crumbled down. And when the military is overstretched, the state will go into total anarchy. That can eventually lead to guerrilla wars, which was what happened to Sudan, which was what happened to Ethiopia, Eritrea. This is a plead. If you want to know, go ask Rwanda what they went through, how they got to where they are, what transpired. They'll be able to tell you guys. Don't fall for the trap. Let the government be wise. Discuss with these people. It is not too late yet. There's no pride in it. There's no pride in it. Every militia, every terrorist organization is being controlled by one man. We all know of Al-Qaeda. We all know Osama bin Laden. We all know of Shekau. So every militia group is controlled by one man. It starts from one man agitation. So let's not underrate Nnamdi Kanu on what they can do. I'm not saying it's planning to do evil, but let's not underrate them. If you want peace in Nigeria, let's call these guys. Ask them what they want. If it's dissolution, tell them what is the way out. We need restructuring. That the East can control whatever they have. The South, and the Southwest, every part of the nation can do whatever they want with whatever that comes to them. That is the agitation of the people. That's what they want. And we should be ready to give them that in order for there to be peace and money among the people. Thank you, guys. I need to go right now because I have a meeting in the next 1 hour again. I need to take some breaks so I can have some energy. I'm not very strong today. You see that, but I have to do it because it's a responsibility that I need to actually, do to help and salvage the situation, of the Nigerian state. They have to come aside even when I know physically I'm not. If you can see me today, I'm not too very agile. I couldn't sleep all through the night, but I thank God that I'm alive. I'm able to also give you the dictates of what is happening, so you know that I care. I so much have a belief and strong disposition on what is happening in our nation and in our state today. See you guys again, during the Zoom. I'm going to have a Zoom meeting on this United Southern Nigeria. Please follow be part of that Zoom meeting. Just DM me on my Facebook, and I'm going to send you the link so you can join. I want to hear a lot of IPOB members joining that Zoom meeting. Let us discuss together and see how we can be able to have a better start. Okay, guys, want to be part of the Zoom meeting starting from in the next 2 hours from 12 o'clock. Then just please jump into it. Send me a DM on my messenger, and I will send you the link to the Zoom meeting where we're going to have a meeting from 12 o'clock. Then we'll discuss issues bordering on how we can be able to change and make Nigeria, particularly South, a better place to be. Thank you, guys. We love you guys. Have a blessed day today. See you 12 o'clock in the Zoom meeting. If you're interested, please don't forget, send me, DM me, just DM me and said I'm interested. I'm going to send you the link through your messenger. Then we'll have a very robust and nice meeting together. Please, guys, bring in a lot of IPOB members into the meeting. Let's discuss as one indivisible South and see how we can be able to create a more better, a more working, a more articulate Southern Nigeria. Thank you, guys.